Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Jolly TV. I'm Sarah, and I work for In Jolly Good Company, and that means that I get to do fun things with lovely people. In this episode, I'm going to be treating you to a grand day out in Wimborne St Giles. I'm really excited about it, but we do need to wake up early to enjoy these dawn views of the River Allen at its best. After we've nipped home for a cup of coffee and a warm-up, we're going to be off to meet Nick at the tractor barn. With no steam fair to look forward to this year, we thought that you might appreciate the sights and sounds of these lovely machines. Here we are at the very lovely tractor barn. Let's just go in and have a sneak peek at the tractors we're going to be looking at today. Nick will be here very soon to tell us all about them. Hi Nick, thanks for letting us come into this amazing barn and have a look at some tractors.
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything about them? But this one, for example.
Yeah, so this is, there's a collection, we've got 4 tractors here.
Yeah.
This is a Grey Fergie, a T20, which is the oldest here, which is 1948.
Wow.
And this was just a really, really popular tractor of that era. You saw them everywhere, and you sort of still see quite a few about, but they're sort of the quintessential vintage tractor, really.
It's really beautiful. Does it go? Does it still go?
Yeah, this does, yeah.
Oh.
Hopefully they should all go, other than the one in the corner there.
Obviously that one.
That one on
Yeah, that's a project at the moment, is it? Yeah.
So that one is...
and who's working on this then?
That's me. That was my tractor, the first tractor I bought
Oh.
when I was 16, I think.
Wow, really? You bought
yeah.
a tractor when you were 16? That's amazing.
But it's having some repair work done at the
Yeah.
moment. But it's 1959, that one.
Do you know, I think I remember seeing you going down the road with your friends in the trailer.
Yeah.
Would that be right?
That would have been right, yes. Yeah. It was,
you must have been the most popular lad.
well, it was sort of, not many other people at school had a tractor.
Funnily enough.
So it was quite lucky, and I used to go and drive around and have everyone in the trailer, which is always quite fun.
I think you built a den as well, didn't you? I seem to remember.
Yeah, we did, sort of round houses, sort of out of Hazel and down by the river, which is quite good fun.
Yeah, are they still there, do you know?
I think the cows pushed them over in the end.
No. Naughty cows. Probably ate them as well. They're very good at eating stuff.
But it was all quite good fun.
So how old is this one?
That's 1959.
Yeah.
And it is my favourite, really.
And who else have you got in here today? This one.
This is quite modern in comparison.
Yeah.
That's 1971. Got a cab, and I bought this a few years ago, and we taken the engine out and rebuilt it and sorted out a few problems. So
It must be very absorbing, just tinkering and fixing. Do you find hours go by and you haven't even noticed?
Yeah, we're sort of so lucky to have this to come, and at the weekends you get stuck in, and as you say, you get lost in it really. And there's always plenty to do.
Let's hope that this old tractor feels like starting for us today. Isn't this just a lovely day? Look at the colour of that river. I was surprised to learn this tractor doesn't have a key. Nick's going to show us how it starts.
The starter is on the gear stick, so I won't start it fully, but it's there's an S that's sort of shown there, and you push it up towards the S, and that starts it basically. This is petrol TVO, so you started on petrol, so there's two tanks under here, and you start on the petrol because that starts very easily. Once it's warm, you turn the tap down here and switch it over to TVO, and it runs on TVO.
What's TVO?
Tractor vaporizing oil. It's basically heating oil. It's what you put in the goes through the boiler, boiler at home.
This shiny orange tractor didn't want to start today for us, but isn't it lovely to look at nonetheless? think that was brilliant.
Is that all right?
When did you say this tractor was from? How old is it?
This was, I have a feeling this rolled out of the factory on the 17th of October 1971.
That's very precise. That's really precise. It's amazing. So it's 50 years old.
Yeah, and so it's obviously, yeah, it's a sort of generation on from the grey Fergie. There's a cab, but the cab is primitive and it rattles so much that it's sort of twice as noisy.
Gosh.
But it did keep you sort of dry. And
although the back is open, isn't it? So you haven't got,
yeah,
you know, it can't be that warm.
there were, I mean, they did come with some glass in the back, but most people, I think, either got smashed or they just took them out because they were in the way. But
again, I'm thinking of the comfort of the thing. What's the seat like?
the seat is a marked improvement. Actually, I mean, it does. Yeah, I mean, they don't know. It has got some give in it.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't look
okay,
like it,
yeah.
but,
So this would have been what the 1970s farmers would have aspired to
yeah, I mean,
get, and how expensive would it have been, do you think?
do you know? It's a very good question, and I don't know.
No,
don't
well,
know the
that's
answer.
all
They
right.
are.
Yeah.
There are a lot of them. This is a Ford 4000, and they were everywhere. I mean, certainly here in St Giles, they had a fleet of them, I think.
Oh really?
And they're still used. They're still, you know, used by many people now, just because they're very reliable, practical tractors, and they're a nice size. And this one is a work in progress. I mean, it needs a lot more paintwork doing to it. It needs a lot more of everything doing to it, but it's mechanically it's pretty good.
What a great morning we've had. After lunch, we've been granted permission to visit a very special place. This afternoon, we're on a visit to St Giles House, which, as you can see, is a very impressive place. When the current Earl of Shaftesbury moved in, it was completely in ruins, so he and his family had to spend a lot of time doing it up. I hope you enjoy this view of the grounds. Thanks to Lord Shaftesbury, we're now able to go and have a look at some glorious views of St Giles House and its park. The house was started in 1650 and was originally much bigger than the building we will see today. I really want to show you this sculpture, as I'm hoping you might recognise it. It has a much more famous and larger twin situated in Piccadilly Circus in London. That's right, it's Eros. Well, actually, it's Anteros, who symbolises charitable love. The St Giles statue and the London statue point towards each other. Both statues celebrate the life of the 7th Earl of Shaftesbury, who dedicated his career to bettering the lives of the poor and the oppressed in the 1850s. This is the Riding House, which is much, much older than St Giles House. St Giles House is a very popular wedding venue, and this is where some of the guests stay. As the day comes to an end, so does this episode. You might recognise where we are in a minute. We're just going towards the church. We look forward to seeing you next time.